What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode where today we'll be checking out You Think You Can Escape Me. So this is a visual novel where you start your day in the worst way possible. Remembering your ex. I mean, I'm sure that's going to really upset everyone's day, remembering their ex. So without further ado, let's check out this game. I have to read. Apparently it's written in ink. When you break up with someone, you need a little adjusting. It is not enough just to forget. You know, you can't just forget. How can you? You think you can? I'll show you can't. I mean, it is difficult for both parties, naturally. One might argue that it is more difficult than mastering dark magic or learn an entire spellbook. Let's say that you are a boy. I'm a boy now, apparently. Let's pretend that you broke up with your totally normal mortal girl. Where's this going? I'll be honest, it doesn't sound hypothetical. And let's assume that you took your time and you're okay now. Not perfect, but you get on with your day. You still have your hobbies like watching dragon fights or dwarf soap operas. Two of the manliest hobbies anyone could have, so safe to assume you get by just fine. Until suddenly, right, so then we can choose, but what realm are we in? I mean, I guess the manliest thing is to have a nightmare. You have a wicked dream. The kind of dream that just misses you out for a couple of days for no reason. Just for fun. Like if God pulled a prank and made you dream your ex just after you forgot about them. But you'll be damned if you ever see her again. No, sir. You left for a good reason. And now your day is ruined. Great job, team. But you are quite stubborn, so you don't let this ruin your mood. Or at least you pretend not to. I'm really enjoying this writing so far. Sometimes you remember people from your past, right? I mean, yeah, you went to witchcraft detox therapy to forget about what happened. But you know, you seem nervous. You decide to go outside for a stroll. To get rid of your spiraling thoughts. You try to reason with yourself. What's the chances of meeting her? 100%. I mean, quite low since she was banished into another realm. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll go for that one. There's no way. Like, wasn't she trapped in another dimension or something? You lie to yourself. Okay, so I'm lying. Now that you started thinking about her, you suddenly start to feel all sorts of emotions. Like you miss her. You feel guilty for leaving her in that forest. Right? You miss her. You're definitely not glad that you broke up with her. And did I mention that you miss her? On your stroll, on a crowded street, you spot someone beautiful. Oh my god, it is her. There she is. And the only option let's just walk past her. We'll just walk past her. We won't be silly about it. You wish you'd have the courage to confront her, but you end up dropping it. I mean, what would you say to her? Now you feel nostalgic. You hum the same tune as she used to, remembering a feeling of warmth, a fire burning in your heart, like literally. You suddenly start to hear the strange melody at a potion cafe. Enter the potion cafe and escape the ex. Walk past it, go as far away from the ex as possible. I mean, I'd probably do that. If I really wanted to forget about her and put her behind me, I'd be going as far away as possible, not going into a cafe that potentially we frequented. You avoid the potion cafe, too crowded anyways. Plus that tune is way too familiar for your taste. You walk past the crowds and go to the park to try to calm yourself a bit. You seem a little too paranoid for your liking. In a twisted irony, remember the last time you went with your ex here? Oh boy, did that go well. You search for a bench so you can watch the sunset in peace, but the park is swarmed by fairies enjoying the nature and by werewolves playing in the dog area. Try the bench near the lake, the bench near the rose garden. Let's go to the lake. That's not romantic at all. You try the lake. You remember how you used to watch the mermaids swim peacefully with your ex. What, so were the mermaids swimming with my ex, or was I watching the mermaids with my ex? You've also remembered how she used to cast a spell on them. I imagine so they would stop singing? She was always a little jealous, but she had nothing to worry. I wouldn't look at another being other than her. But that's of course because she made it impossible since she put a charm on me, right? As you approach your spot, you notice that's already been taken. But that cannot be right. When did she come in the park, you ask yourself? You feel bummed out that your ex stole your bench spot. Seeing her again made you full of emotions. It disturbed you. How could she even be here? You could have sworn that the last time you saw her, she couldn't have escaped that fire, but didn't you just pass her? You feel conflicted. A warm, burning sensation fills you from top to bottom. The guilt, but also the relief of leaving her. The odd feeling of missing her. The burning doesn't stop. A weird smell of burnt wood starts playing with your nose. Just ignore it, like you ignore the red flags. Okay, how about you try another location? I mean, the playground is going to be a little bit perverted, isn't it? Let's go to the sports area. Seeing as we're manly, you go to the sports area. Oh yes, the smell of sweaty dwarfs working out is definitely what you were looking for. I mean, what is more relaxing in this? You feel the adrenaline rush, or perhaps there's a tiny bit of paranoia. You are always the anxious type, so you try to ignore it. You go to the bench and, are you kidding me? She's there. Again, how is it even possible? Why is she here? Did she learn how to teleport? Since when was she ever into any sport besides broom riding? You know what? Never mind. This is absolutely unbelievable. At the back of your head, you sense an anomaly, like something is not right. right. Your gut tells you to run away. What are we? I want to know what we are. Yeah, good idea. Run away. Wrong. What are you? A coward? This is a public park. Both humans and witches are allowed here, so we're human? No need to make an exit. All this mindless walk around the park made you dizzy. Yeah, that must be it. You feel a bit weaker, haven't had anything to eat, and you're starting to feel a little lightheaded. I mean, now's not even about watching the sunset, watching with a second H. You just need a bench so you can rest. It's a bit odd. You don't feel your usual athletic self. I mean, must be a dwarf then. Plus, you think you're starting to have allergies. Not sure. You've never had any sensibilities to fairy dust. But somehow, you feel your nose more sensible than usual. A weird smoky smell keeps lingering. Just how your ex keeps lingering. But What do you mean now's not the time for bad jokes? Keep searching for an area. I mean, she's probably going to go to the potions court in all fairness if she's a witch. But then again, if she likes to broom ride, then trees? Oh, let's go to the trees. Cheaper. You go closer to the trees looking for a bench, thinking that a nice scenery will help you ease your mind. But everybody knows that they're enchanted. These trees are especially good for making brooms, potions, and cinnamon. What? You thought I was going to say another witchy thing? Anyway, do you remember how your ex used to bring you around here, measure you, measure the area, blabbing about sacrificial rituals and so on? Apparently, enchanted trees are the best place for a summoning hex. Summoning what? You go to the spot to finally go in to sit down when, yeah, you guessed it, it's her. Again? How? You just cannot shake this unsettling feeling. Your paranoia starts to grow. But how many times does this need to happen to know that it's not just a coincidence? This cannot be real. Something is happening right now. You feel your stamina getting weaker. Your vision's getting blurry. Now, mister. This is what happens when you don't get your 8 hours of sleep. Okay. The burning smell starts to intensify. It's so bothersome it's starting to cloud your judgment. Now you don't even care about finding a bench. You need to lay down, calm yourself a bit. In a brief moment, as your mind's rushing, you try to analyze things. How can you see her everywhere? You wonder mindlessly. Are you about to lose your mind? Yes. Let's not be too hasty. Probably silly, yes. I'm gonna go for the bottom one. It amuses me the most. You are a rational being. You cannot be shaken so easily. Yeah, right. Does a rational being need to tell themselves that they're rational? You try to reason with yourself. This is a public park, a space open to everyone. Of course she could be here. It's not like I got a protection charm from the Magic Brigade for stuff like this. Or did I? Why can't I seem to remember? What has she done to you, buddy? Despite the painful feeling of deja vu, you try to compose yourself and enjoy the rest of your evening. You know what? Desperate times call for desperate solutions. If you see her everywhere, just close your eyes. Duh. Now get up and... Oh, you tripped and fell. Oh, so that went well. You open your eyes and you try to find another spot when you notice that all of them are taken. That's odd, you think to yourself. Did this park shrink or something? Your dizziness continues to taunt you, together with that annoying smell of burning wood. A weird feeling keeps following you. How could you see someone everywhere? You must be feeling really weak. You keep thinking nonsense. Silly you. You don't think you would have noticed your ex actually being everywhere. You're probably just imagining things now. Even tough you feel weak. You go around the park carefully so you don't bump into her, but somehow your ex keeps popping up again and again. So you think. Your eyes also start to betray you. You feel like you're only seeing her. Everything melts into a smoky fog. You can't recognize anything besides her. Like, we're becoming a bit infatuated. That's the impression I'm getting. Now you don't even know why you've went to the park in the first place, and for what you've been meaninglessly searching for. Hours wasted. I just thinking of like a waste. Because it's spelt wrong. Ugh, so annoying. You know what, screw this. You don't need this bloody park anyways. You exit the park and the first thing you see, it's... You're annoyed to even say it. Say it. Get this over with already. It's her. I mean, you should have expected this by now. Why on earth does she pop up everywhere? A hot wind touches your face. You burn up. You could have sworn you've left the park, but suddenly you're surrounded by enchanted trees. Maybe you got lost trying to find the exit. You become tense. You feel your sanity leave your body. You start to have a hard time discerning what is real and what is not. You turn around and try to go home, but she is there, everywhere. You try to leave the forest, but unfortunately you keep seeing her at the bus stop, at the coffee shop, near your flat. Oh my god, how? You start seeing her everywhere. You feel hopeless. What is the meaning of all this? And not to mention that every time you want to go somewhere, the burning wind snatches you and sends you into the forest. You keep blinking and poof, you're right there with her. As you walk, trying to make your escape, you start having a hard time trying to figure out where you are. Your eyesight keeps getting worse, but somehow your ex keeps getting clearer. She radiates a beaming light, a burning force similar to a fire. It starts to overpower you. Everywhere you go, at every corner, you keep seeing her. Her gaze keeps finding you. You know what that means, right? You must miss her. This is the only logical reason. Think about it. It is not unusual when you miss someone to keep seeing them. It means that subconsciously you miss them. It's your mind's way of telling you something, but this is a little too extreme. You probably miss staring into the abyss of her deep indigo eyes. This is probably what you've been mindlessly searching for this time, just a chance to see her again. Now hear me out. Why else would you start seeing someone so frequently? You really miss her, don't you? We've kind of established this. It's said so many times, but is it written in a way that's making you think that you do miss her? And basically, is this writing trying to get into my head? And I guess my answer here is like, I don't know. Based on that. But from my character's point of view, I guess the way it's now being coming across, I guess he would be like, I guess he does miss her. Probably, you think. Hard to know since you don't feel like you can trust your own mind right now. You probably miss her. Just saying, since you see her literally everywhere on the street. I mean, the signs are there. You're right, I definitely miss her. Why is it the only option? I mean, even if signs are there, it doesn't mean you definitely miss someone. It could be just, depends on how long the relationship was. That could have just been all you've known for such a long time, and it was just hard to get out of a situation and try and find you. If that makes sense. I'm gonna go for the bottom one. You don't seem convinced. Let me explain this to you. You definitely miss her. You are just too lovesick to notice this. The burning smell stops in an instant. You look around and can't seem to make out anything than what seems to be a place that burnt down completely. In front of you, your ex is staring at you with a loving look. I mean, come on, you must have at least missed this, right? How does this make any sense? I really don't know where this is going right now. I'm pretty sure I would have noticed missing someone. You try to argue with me, but you can't. It's already too late. I'm in your mind now, and you cannot escape me. We'll be together forever. I mean, I did miss you. The first choice is just wishful thinking. Again, if I was doing it as me, I'm gonna go with the bottom one, but for the character, I think it was like, yeah, I did miss you. I missed you, babe. You say, definitely not hypnotized at this point, and that's how we live happily ever after. Try again, but remember, you cannot run away from me. Okay, guys, so that was You Think You Can Escape Me. So this game does have multiple endings. I'm not gonna go through them all today. If you do want me to come back and check out the other endings, then please do let me know in the comments below, and I will do that. As for my thoughts on the game, I've put music in myself because there's nothing, and I think some music would make this so much more atmospheric. It would just, in my opinion, just depending, like when we're walking through like the park, just having like birds whistling or something, I think that would add to this magical kind of vibe that the writer is setting. As for the writing itself, there were spelling mistakes, but I enjoyed how it was written. It was almost kind of like a diary in a sense, you know, with the that kind of thing in brackets. It wasn't like a book as such. It was more, in my eyes, I saw it as a diary, a bit more fun, a bit more personal. And I think some of the other things regarding the writing, it got from the story that I played, it got a bit repetitive with my eyes were blurry, this, that, and I feel it kind of took away from what was happening, just because reading about my eyes and this burning all the time, just lack of a better word, it got a bit boring. And then at the end, I don't quite know what happened with, you know, the smell of burning, she's suddenly in front of, I don't quite know what happened. It started to feel a bit rushed. I like the whole, I got a big sense of the park and where we were. I could really see it, but then I kind of got a bit lost towards the end of where we were, and I don't know if that was the aim of it, where I then just became so focused on this girl that I just became oblivious to everything else. One of the other things I really liked was we occasionally got illustrations, and I think more illustrations would really make this, you know, like seeing what the park was and the fairies and just a bit more about this magical realm. I think that would have been great, and I really liked this. I didn't expect dwarfs and mermaids and all that, so it was a really nice surprise. And honestly, I think if the developer had more time, like I'm thinking of a visual novel that I've played, which I think this, if it had like a similar tone and looked visually, I think it looked great, is Amnesia Memories, where you have the different pathways and you've got these characters, because you play as a female protagonist, and you've got these, I think, 5 male love interests, and they have good endings, bad endings, and how it looked. I absolutely loved that game. I will be playing it on the channel at some point. I've 100%ed it, every single achievement. I loved it so much, and I definitely would like to play that for you guys on this channel at some point. But that aside, I'm sidetracking. What I'm saying is, I think Amnesia Memories, the visuals of that for this game, I think that would look amazing for this game if it was just really polished and made so it wasn't just me reading on a white screen basically. I think it would look absolutely awesome. But do let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments below, guys. But otherwise, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.